not checking what I looked like directly before this. Let's sort a bit of that out. Ooh. Looking a bit strange. Hello. Hi. I finished Sunrise on the Reaping today. And I have spent... around what time did I finish it? I feel like I finished it like 3? Maybe like 2:30. I spent the rest of that time like recovering and not being able to do anything or think about anything else. Just scrolling TikTok and getting all of the content about it that I can finally consume because I finished it. I can't get into it right now or I'll cry. Hi Hattie. Hi Missy. Oh Missy, you've got 100 pages left. I would like, as soon as you get to like near the end, just mute me and just finish it. Like, don't wait for the sprint because like you won't want to wait. I genuinely feel I feel drained. I do feel drained. What's that quote? I think it's Tiffany Pollard or like one of the housewives. She's like, I feel drained today or something like that. I can't remember what it is, but yeah. Hattie, one of the books I'm currently reading is Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, as I haven't read that one yet. Oh my gosh, that surprises me. It came out so long ago and you read so quickly. I would have thought you would have like read it instantly when it came out. Gonna move on to Sunrise on the Reaping after that maybe. I would recommend it. There's funnily enough, I mean you guys will know, you won't know yet. This is not a spoiler I'm about to say by the way, but sometimes with prequels and stuff you can read them in order, like what am I trying to say, like chronological order. So like now people might go and read Ballads first, then Sunrise on the Reaping, and then Hunger Games, but I would recommend publication order. Like you definitely should read Hunger Games first, then read Ballads, then read Sunrise on the Reaping. Like publication order only, I think, is the best way to go with that, because you won't get the impact of like anything basically. So because there's more mentions of not really what happens in Ballads, but there's definitely references to it in Sunrise on the Reaping. So like I wouldn't recommend someone just read Sunrise on the Reaping and then read Ballads, you know what I mean? So like funnily, like I feel like it's not often that you get told, no, you should definitely read like these things in publication order, not in any other order, like not in chronological. Because I feel like, you know, like with like for example the Bone Season, like the very first novella in that, the prequel novella, you could definitely read that before or after the first book, like it doesn't really matter. But with this, yeah, publication order only. Depending on whether I am in the mood for it, I may leave it till April. Yeah, maybe leave like a little bit of time, just to like let it all sink in. Currently getting Instagram post blurbs ready. Oh, nice. I really need to get back on my Instagram game. Do you know what? To be honest, I never was on it. I've never been on my Instagram game. My stories are the main thing that I post on. I never, even at my peak of, you know, popularity and like uploading consistently on YouTube, like I always would forget about Instagram and like posts. I don't know. I would always feel like every post idea I had, I would want to make into a YouTube video, so I just did that instead. I suppose you could do both. Are you reading anything tonight, Ro, or just recovering? I'll be so real. Like, part of me is like, do I just recover? Because the emotional impact, like, and what I will say, is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes for me was a 3.5 star. I found myself to be quite disappointed with the last like third of it and the way it ended. In hindsight, I think reading it again or rereading it now, I would enjoy it more, because I did enjoy the film more. But Sunrise on the Reaping is everything that I wanted from a Hunger Games prequel. It's everything I expected when I first opened up Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I feel like Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was so rogue. I tried to enjoy it, but I just like couldn't get on board with the idea of it being about snow. And yeah, oh my god, literally, Mercy, you just hit the nail on the head. I think Ballad is good, but it just didn't match my expectations, whereas Sunrise on the Reaping does. Yeah, twin, where have you been? Yes, quite literally, like. And to be fair, Ballad, like, the first 2/3 of it I really enjoyed, and I really liked the idea that Suzanne, Ms. Collins, was like attempting to make the reader feel sorry for Snow in certain areas, but then would like on the next page turn around and remind you that he is a cunt, like, and you shouldn't feel sorry for him. But like, there was the way she wrote it is very clever, and like, you really do have to think about it, and I respect that about her, and I did enjoy that about Ballads. But yeah, the last third and the end, it still like threw me off. Again, in hindsight, I'd maybe make it more of like a 4-star rather than a 3.5. I might reread at some point, but Sunrise on the Reaping is just everything I could ever have wanted from a Hunger Games prequel, and it hit the mark. Like, it just nailed everything. Absolutely everything. And obviously I'm not going to go into details because some of you haven't finished and or read it yet, so. But yeah, oh. Hi, Mol. It just didn't feel like a Hunger Games book. It's good, but different. I do agree, yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think, weirdly, if we'd gotten, like, Haymitch's book first, and then she'd gone rogue and done, like, this Snow book, I think I would have enjoyed it more. I do think I would have enjoyed it more. Not to say it's bad. I still think the writing's really good. I still think it says a lot about, you know, it has a lot of themes, has a lot of things to think about. Very English class, GCSE English coded. Like, oh, she wore red nails. It means she's a whore. Like, very that. That's really good in Ballads and in all of the Hunger Games books. But yeah, Sunrise on the Reaping just is everything. And oh my god, we have to wait like a year and a half for, more than a year and a half, I think. What's 6 months from now? September. Yeah, more than a year and a half for the film. And I'm going to lose my shit when the film comes out. I will be at the midnight screening. I don't give a fuck. Like, I will be there on the dot. Odeon, whatever the fuck is near me when I'm in Birmingham. Odeon Lux, I will be there on 11:59. I'll be waiting, and if nobody in Birmingham comes with me, I don't give a fuck. I will go by myself. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. It's gonna be an event, so to speak. Hi, Leo. Started Oathbound today. 154 pages in. Ooh, oops. I'm assuming it wasn't on your TBR. Wait, but was it? I can't remember. I'm also going to be reading Oathbound ASAP, though. I'm going to finish... To answer what you were saying, Mercy, I think I am going to finish Warbreaker tonight, because I've only got 126 pages left. And I think that's just about, like... That's just about 3 sprints worth. Like, because I read around... Actually, no. I was reading much faster. I was reading about, like, 60 pages in 45 minutes last time. So I'll definitely finish this tonight if I try. If I pay attention. But yeah, even this, the end of this, it's a fucking Brandon Sanderson, so this is going to be a Sanderlanche, and it's going to just be like bam, bam, bam with the ending of this. I'm hoping this will be a 5-star. I've enjoyed it so far in the way that I do enjoy Brandon Sanderson, but like, it's not like blown me away, but then I have a feeling the last 126 pages are going to be like, yeah, this is why it's a 5-star, you know? My copy just came in 2 weeks later. I pre-ordered it. That's crazy. Or literally everyone on Tuesday was replying to my stories like, oh, I pre-ordered Sunrise on the Reaping and it's not coming till tomorrow. And I was like, that's why I left my house and I went to a bookstore. I didn't mean to start it before the Trans Rights Readathon, but oh well, it must be done. That's literally, Molly was saying this about Sunrise on the Reaping. She was like, oh fuck, I've got this much left of this book, but then I want to start Sunrise, but then the Trans Rights Readathon happens. Is it tomorrow? Not me not knowing this readathon, and I'm like literally not cisgender. I'm allowed to not care. I do care, obviously. I just haven't been aware of it, really. And by that I mean I took a look at a post that Molly put up, or Molly like put on her story, and then was like, cool. I have a TBR to get to though. Like I have a physical TBR, so it is tomorrow until the 31st. Yeah, tomorrow. Whoopsie. Until the 31st. Oh, okay, so it's like, it's only like a week long. A week and a bit. That seems weird. It's like a week and 3 days long. Is that significant? Is it 10 days for a reason? 10 days, yep. Well, Wick technically brought me the Kindle version. We have a point reward system where we can claim Amazon vouchers and other vouchers if we want them. Oh, yes, I think I have that as well. Pardon me. I have that as well, Hattie. I remember I got a load of, like, points or whatever. They gave me rewards when I did a load of shit. Obviously, a couple of years ago now. And I bought stuff from, like, M&S, because I was like, I would never buy stuff for myself from M&S. Not food, like, clothing. And then the clothing, like, fell apart, and I was like, oh, so everything's shit then. Like, everything now is just shit. Great. And even if I spend more on it. Cool. Who knows? 10 days of transness. That's so funny. I really would like to read more trans books, though. More. I've probably never read one. Oh, wait, no, I have. Mistress of Lies was the Illumicrate book for September or October. A shit book, but it has a trans man in it. Cool. But yeah, I do need to, I want to read trans books. I want to read more, especially with, like, trans masc people in. Because that's me, and that's why I end up reading loads of fan fiction. But then the fan fiction is erotica, and I don't think they'd be publishing a lot of trans erotica, I'll be real. So... Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna finish Warbreaker tonight, I think. So I'll probably just get right on it as soon as this sprint starts. I do have a bit of a headache. I need to, like, drink some water. Well, drink some squash, because I will be real, I sobbed through the last, like, 40 pages of Sunrise. So. You'd be surprised. Ooh. Felix Ever After. Oh, oh, yeah. I do forget that, like, non-binary falls under the trans umbrella. That is probably problematic to say, but, like, I guess I fall more on a non-binary, like, I don't know, spectrum. Because I'm not a woman, but I'm not a man. Never a man. Blech. Gross. I guess the label I've kind of settled on for now is trans masc non-binary. But I don't go by they, them. It's she, he. So, gender fluid, trans, I don't fucking know. I'm actually not, I don't really care. I don't give a fuck. So, cool. But, yeah, that makes sense. I like, didn't even think about A Psalm for the Wild Build. Fucking love that book. Detransition Baby, heard of that one. And I've heard of Felix, actually. Pet, I think I've heard of. The Weight of Feathers, I haven't heard of. Oh, and Cemetery Boys. I didn't know there was a trans guy in that. I thought it was just gay. Damn. You are gender, literally. Who the fuck cares about labels anyway? Yeah, this happened to me when I really struggled when I ended my last relationship to, like, I like addressed a lot within myself of like, am I a lesbian? And I'm not. Like, unfortunately, I am attracted to men. It's not great. They're not that great. Like, there's a couple of them that are all right, you know. A couple of them are okay. But yeah, I've done a lot of like addressing within myself, and like even that kind of label of like being bisexual or pansexual or whatever, I'm trending more towards just queer. Just the Q. I put the Q in LGBTQ, you know. Oh yes, Molly, you did say about a Lady for a Duke as well. Oh, Anita Kelly. No, I don't want YA. Ugh. I say that, but I'm actually alright with YA that's like not young YA. Sunbearer Trials. I swear I have that. Do I own that? We should have started the sprint already, but I want to look this up. And now I can because I have my personal library catalog. I don't want to try AI directly in my favorite apps. Fuck off. Ooh, I don't own the Sunbearer Trials. I think I picked it up when I was in Waterstones with you, Mol, and I like put it back down. You bought it when you were with me? I feel like I put it back down. I don't think I bought it. I swear. Unless I've just like missed it. Unless I've lost it and then not counted it on my like my spreadsheet. It's possible. It's definitely possible. The semi-Terry where memes go to die. So real. Aww. I love queer people and queer things. I have not read the Sunbearer Trials yet. Do not perceive me. You said this to me in the bookstore. I remember the bookstore. Who the fuck are we? American. I need to update my journal. It's literally in front of me. You can see. Look, lesbian rights. I need to shut the fuck up. Ooh, I'm hanging out with friends to watch Black Mirror for the first time, so I can't stay. I'll see you Sunday. No worries, Leo. Enjoy. I love Black Mirror. Please come back and tell me some of your favorite episodes. We shall discuss on Sunday some of the favorites you watched tonight. Anyway, awesome. Bye bye. I'm gonna put the first sprint on now. Anyway, let's make it a little longer by 5 minutes. Oh, it's not even going to be 5 minutes. It'll end up being like 3 minutes longer. There you go, 46. 1 minute longer. I'll report back. Excellent. Right, we're going to go for our first sprint. I am, in fact, going to read Crazy Boots, I know. I'll see you back here at 8:05. Bye. How's it going? Oh, Mol, you're cutting out little pieces for your journal. What do you mean? Pieces of what? I want to see. Show me. Hi, hello. How did we do? Let's get the little music on. I got 56 pages. Yeah, 56. So I have about 70 pages left. Is that right? Yeah, around 70. That's gonna annoy me. That's gonna annoy me if we finish the next sprint and I've got like 20 pages left. I hate like stopping reading a book when I've got like 20 to 30 pages left. That's like, that's the landslide. We want that to happen. Like, we want to be not disturbed. Oh my god, earlier I was literally so anxious that someone would come home whilst I was like in the middle of sobbing reading Sunrise on the Reaping. But thankfully I was undisturbed for the last entire 100 pages of the book, which I was very happy with, because this is an experience, guys. Like, what we got like a new Hunger Games book in 2020, and that was crazy to think. And then 5 years later now, almost to the day, I swear Ballads came out around March in 2020 as well. Maybe it was more like May. But so it's almost 5 years almost to the day we've got another Hunger Games book. Like, that's an event. Like, that's not, you don't get it very often. It's not every year, So I wanted to be undisturbed reading it, and I'm glad I was. Very, very glad I was. But yeah, I'm still like, there's stuff happening. Stuff is imminent. Like, stuff is going to go down. / is going down. Like, it's on the cusp of going down. But I'm still a bit like I'm enjoying it, and I'm not wanting to put it down, but it's hovering around a 4-star at the moment. I think there's like something missing that I can't really put my finger on. But it might be just because like the Mistborn trilogy as a trilogy was like so incredible that it's hard to top that. But this is one of his earlier books as well. It's not, obviously he will have grown as a writer since this. Did he write Mistborn before this? Brandon Sanderson, publication order. Elantris, 2005. Warbreaker, 2009. Oh, okay, no, the Mistborn trilogy was before this, but I don't know if he wrote it before this, because I know Elantris was his like 11th book that he wrote, but like the Mistborn trilogy was like the 16th. But then like I remember this from like a lecture of his that I watched recently. But like he's not necessarily like written and then published stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's had books written and then published them in different orders from what he wrote. So maybe it's different. But yeah, I don't know. There is something slightly missing for me, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Because I'm not like shocked, like, oh my god, wow, like this is incredible. I'm just like enjoying and having a good time and enjoying the world and the world building and the magic system, etc., etc. But other than that, I'm like, cool, like fine, I guess. It's like one of those books. Definitely a 4-star at least, simply just for the writing, the world building. I do like the story. I think I am like waiting for something to like blow me away kind of thing, Oh, what a day. What a day. I do feel I've just remembered what the quote is from that housewife. She's like, oh, today drained me. That was me with reading Sunrise on the Reaping. Literally just, today drained me. I am glad to be finishing this though, because finishing 2 books in one day, who is he? Crazy. And I am kind of excited to update my journal. I do like updating my journal. I haven't updated it since Monday. Oh, I haven't been to the gym yet this week either because Tuesday I was out all day in Cardiff. Wednesday I was like partially reading Sunrise, then I went to see my friend in the evening. We watched a load of anime. But this week, my tarot card for this week was the devil, but reversed, which means good stuff, thankfully, for me. It means release, enlightenment, power reclaimed, divorce, and moving on. Which is funny because obviously it's like a couple of weeks now until I move back to Brum. So I'm just kind of taking it as that. Have I written this in already? Warbreaker. Oh yeah, I need to write in sunrise on the... Oh, I need to put sunrise on the reaping into my 5 stars page as well. 5-star reads. I have a... Oh, that's going to be so hard. Like picking my favorite book from March because I've had The Raven Scholar, which is like completely blew me away because I've never heard of the author. It's her debut adult fantasy. Like she usually writes like crime. And it just completely blew me away. Did not expect to love it. And then Sunrise on the Reaping, which was a 5-star prediction, right? Like obviously. But also it blew me away in the point of like sobbing like almost the entire book. And like to the point where like I want to reread it already and like tab and make notes, etc. And I almost kind of want to like tab and make like it's not notations. What do they call it? Annotations. I want to annotate it, highlight stuff, and like then lend it out to my friends. I don't know if they would like appreciate that, but I want to do that. Like I like that's what I want to do. I think that would be really cool. And I also kind of want to, in the front of the book, put like a almost like a library checkout type thing in the front where I'm like, so and so borrowed this on date kind of thing, you know? I want to do that so bad. I don't know whether I would reread it again, like right now. Do you know what I mean? Like in the next week. Because like when I move to Brum, I'm probably going to lend it to someone straight away. Oh, so I don't know. But it is definitely something. Like as I was reading it, I was very much like, oh, I wish I could highlight this bit. Or I wish I'd highlight that bit. I almost regret not doing it because I liked knowing that I was highlighting that as like a reaction of my first read, like a reaction to that line or something, you know? But I didn't, and that's fine. I kept it for myself. The same way I didn't vlog like reading it. Number one, I knew like everyone would be vlogging reading it. Duh. But I kind of wanted to keep this experience for myself. I'm happy to chat about it after. I will chat for days about it after. But during it, it was almost like a very vulnerable thing. Like I cried a lot. I know a lot of people will be saying they have, but like, but I'm different. I'm more special. No, but like, oh, I don't know. It was just very... It was very emotional. It was very... I was going to say it's very healing, but it was kind of actually the opposite of healing. It was very damaging to me, personally and emotionally. And I just think filming that would have been a bit, like, weird. No offense to people who have filmed that, but whatever. Okay, don't judge me, but I started a new book completely unrelated to anything I want to read. What did you start? Is it at least like an anticipated book or something? Because what the fuck? It's not even Oathbound. Like I'm gonna start Oathbound probably, and that's not on my TBR. Oh fuck! I need to read The Mask Falling. Shit. I've still got 2 weeks left on my borrow box though, so it should be fine. If I read Oathbound after Warbreaker, which I'm finishing tonight, I can start Oathbound tomorrow. If I start Earthbound tomorrow, it's going to take me, what, like a week to read it maybe? I'll still have another week to read Mask Falling then. Like, when I move and stuff. I hate having timelines on things. That's such a cute idea. I know. Oh, I want to do it. Oh, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Ooh, by the... She's a, Zionist. Whoa. I think it's a good book, though. I think I've heard. I own it as well. It's on my TBR. Oh, sorry. You know when you've like had a crying session and you get really tired after? This is me right now. I should have napped before stream really, but like also I didn't want to do that. just didn't fancy doing that, to be honest. Shall we do a slightly longer sprint, or should we do... Maybe we should do a slightly shorter sprint, because then we can get another shorter sprint in before 10. Not that we're really... Pardon me. Not that we're really that restricted. I'm looking at my goal of go to the gym 3 times this week and thinking I haven't been once, so if I do want to do that, I'd have to go tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. I can do that, I just don't want to do that. Yes, let's do short. Yeah. We could do like 35 minutes. What's 20, 50? Oh, 20, 55. Let's do 2050. So 10 to 9. So we'll go like right now. It's about half an hour, and then we can do like it'll be like a nice like longer-ish one at the end. Then we'll do a short one now. Okay, I'll see you back here at 10 to 9. Bye-bye. Oh, there is music. It's just very quiet. There we go. Hi. God, I read much faster than I thought I would in that sprint. Oh, see, now it's really fucking loud. There we go. What did I get to? I finished on 576, and I got like pretty much like 50 pages in 30 minutes. That's crazy. So I actually only have like 24 pages left. I'm not too mad at that. Like, there's enough left that I feel like the ending bit by itself, like, I'll read in this last sprint next. In the last sprint. So I'll probably finish this, get up to date on my planner, of which, like, there's not loads to do, but today I obviously have finished 2 books. I might actually also reread that last chapter of Bloodmarked that we discussed doing. We discussed me doing on Sunday, because I do want to read Oathbound next. I'm very excited. Even reading the recap of Bloodmarked, like, I remembered, like, it just jogged my memory of stuff and like how much I did enjoy Bloodmarked. Like, particularly when they go to like the bar that has like the crossroads stuff with the demons that make bargains and things. I know that that's like a normal lore myth devil thing, like in Christianity kind of myth. Is that offensive to say it's myth? But it just reminded me so much of Supernatural, like the TV show, because most of like the big bad and like in the first like 4 to 5 seasons is all about devils and demons, and one they always make bargains and stuff. And in particular there is like the Crossroads demon episode, and that's about like and this is a myth in America as well, that like a certain black musician like traded his soul for like the blues and like the musician, like the musical prowess that he had and stuff like that. So I just love myth and lore like that. So it's kind of cool that Tracy Deonn has taken like a bit of Welsh myth, a bit of like Arthurian myth, and then added like in some American myth as well, because obviously Arthurian is British, but although he's Welsh, but the whole thing is British. And then because it's set in America, it's cool that she's like added some American myth in, I guess. Is it myth if it's like only from like saloon times, is what I'm western-y times? I don't know. Like Hamilton times. I've read 56 pages in the last 2 sprints, but listening on audio while I journal. That's loads. That is loads. What did you say you were reading again? Oh, tomorrow. Is it like, have you read 56 pages total of the book, or did you read a bit more before sprints? Like, how are you enjoying it is what I'm trying to say. I feel like 56 pages is not loads to like gauge if you're enjoying something that much, but I want to know anyway. At least I've got a plan for tomorrow now. I'm gonna go to the gym. I need to return this to the library, which is in the same village as my gym. So it'll be cool to do all that in one. Love efficiency. To do that, what else do I have to do? I need to sort out my moving van, which is going to cost £475. I have contacted the people who did it for me the first time in August, because they did it for me for 420, which is like not cheap, but every other place is like over 600 quid. So obviously not gonna do that. But someone quoted me today for 475, and that's with like 2 guys helping. And I would just rather like 2 guys help and just do it. Like, I don't want to be the one having to help. I just don't have the energy. I really don't. I don't have the energy for that. Not shifting like bookcases. That's just too much. And like deconstructing and reassembling my bed. Like I hate it. I hate housework, like any kind of like DIY. Like I just don't want to do it. Like I hate it so much. I'm just a pretty princess and I don't want to do anything like that. So I'm actually waiting on, because the company that I use in August, I contacted them again and they quoted me like 600 quid. So I've replied to them and said, oh, like, but in August you did it for 420. So like, what's the difference? Also, like, this time I'm not taking my fridge with me, which is such a massive, bulky, annoying thing for them to have to move about, like, fragile thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that's off it, if that's not in it anymore, I would expect it to be cheaper. Maybe they underdid it, like, last time, but I've replied anyway. She's not replied again. But me literally opening my email to see if she has in the past 2 hours. It's not gonna be there because it's literally the evening. But I'm hoping tomorrow she gets back to me, because even if she says no, I'll go with the 475 deal, like whatever, fine, I'll go with the other guy. But I'm hoping I can get this 420 with her. I don't know, we'll see, but I want to get it sorted because I'm starting to get really fucking anxious, because I've not packed anything. I have no cardboard boxes, I have nothing, so yeah. It's pretty good so far. Ooh, it's a nice break from obvious romance so far. That's good. It does seem like a bit of a palate cleanser. I am quite excited to read it. Oh, Mercy finished. Yeah. Did you notice something about the final line? I'm not gonna say what it is. But did you notice? I noticed immediately, and then I checked, and then yeah. Intentionally vague for everyone else who's not read it. I also sobbed through, like I had to stop. Like I physically had to, like when I cry at books, occasionally it will be like tearing up a little, but no like tears will drop, and that, like, you know, there's layers to it. Sometimes I will, like, tears will fully like be streaming down my face, but I don't have to like pause and stop. This book, not this book, Sunrise on the Reaping, I had to stop and literally sob, and like my eyes like scrunched up, like like sobbing. And then I'd have to stop, I'd have to fully wipe my eyes and like be able to see properly to carry on. Oh, Missy, I'll message you. I might be bigging it up a bit more than it is, but I'll message you it on your Instagram. Oh wait, which one's you? Oh, this one's you. One sec. There we go. I just messaged you. Not of the epilogue, no, of the actual book. Like before the epilogue. For those who can't see this, Mercy replied to me in Instagram being like, "Ah, bruh." I literally out loud said, I read it, sobbed, literally me sobbing. I was like, is that the, yeah, it is. And like, yeah. I'm going to kill myself. Like, oh. Oh, I'm literally gonna cry thinking about it. Stop. Molly, you need to read it. I'm gonna cry right now. I'm so serious. This is why, like, I've never reread a book immediately after, like, finishing it. But Jesus Christ. Literally just sobbing, being like, no, I stop. Like, and like, you know, it's all coming, in particular, like in the last section. Like, we know what's gonna happen because we know he's alone in the normal trilogy. Like, I'm clawing at the walls, gnawing at the bars of my enclosure. I am, like, I'm feral. I just, yeah. 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 Like, I don't know what else to say. I tell you what does piss me off, though, the fact that they released that stupid fucking hardback set, that special edition hardback set that included Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. They released that like 5 months ago or 6 months ago. What the fuck? Like, with a slipcase. Are you stupid? Like, surely you knew the new one was coming out, and now it's separate. What do you mean? Like, that's why I think that was, I think I just knew intrinsically, like, that, like, it's not gonna be including, like, I don't know why I didn't buy it, and we didn't know there was a new book coming out at that point. I think when it first got announced, that hardback set, and I held off, and I knew it. I predicted. Just checked what you told me and it made me cry again. I really want to reread it and highlight and annotate it already. And I finished it today. To be fair, I could skim it very easily and, like, just highlight the bits that, like, because there were bits that really stuck in my mind that I could really just highlight, that, like, I wouldn't have to reread it. But then would I count it on my Goodreads as a reread? I hate being neurotic about everything. But it was so good. It was so good. Yeah. Do you know what's funny though? Is, like, people that I know IRL that aren't like readers, like my friends, like, they want to borrow it off me, and I hate to be a gatekeeper. Why do I sing everything? Hate to be a gatekeeper, but I'm like, I will lend it to you, but, like, I need you to, like, have the context of all of the previous. I need you to know the previous ones. Not so much ballads. You could. I wouldn't be as mad if they didn't know ballads. There's only a few, like, references to it. It's not, like, super, like, oh my god. There are some oh my god moments, but not, like, crazy. It's just, like mentions. But, like, if you don't know who particular characters are from the original series, or, like, why they're significant, do you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have the emotional impact of them, like, showing up or being mentioned. So it's just like, I need you, before I lend you this book, I need you to either watch the films, at the very least, before, or read the books. This is why I want to reread the original trilogy. I'm scared I'm not going to remember stuff. I don't think, like, there's, like, details you need to remember. Like, I haven't read the series for, like, over 10 years. But I've watched the films, like, a good few times. But, like, not recently. I've not watched the films for maybe, I would say, like, 5, 6 years, even. But it depends more, like, how much you reread it originally or, like, rewatched them originally. Because, like, before I went into it, I knew I wouldn't, even before I went into ballads, I knew I wouldn't need to reread the original because I read it so much as a kid. It's like Harry Potter. Obviously, fucking hate it. Like, I've read it so much, like, I wouldn't need to I know everything. I know it all, so I didn't need to. This is how I feel about Red Rising now. I don't need to reread the original trilogy. Like, I'll know a reference. But I will need to reread the newer books because I don't know what's going on in those. I don't remember. I've been reading it at school and everyone was like, there's a new Hunger Games book, what the fuck? Yeah, Oh my god, that's so cool that you've been reading it at school. What are you doing now, Mercy? Because I know you went to uni in Manchester. I don't know did you do English or have I just made that up? And like, I know then you had a job for a bit. Are you like partially working, partially doing more? Are you doing another degree? I don't even know. I'm so sorry. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I've just not paid attention. I feel bad. I want to know though. I've read them twice and seen the films a bunch. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll, like, it's not even like, it's not details that you need to remember. It's just that normal people aren't gonna like care as much, I guess, because they might not remember like characters from Catching Fire and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, or like the significance of them being there and like how that relates to like the original trilogy. I feel like you would be fine. I feel like if you know names of characters in the original trilogy, like side characters, you should be alright. I think you should be alright. Even then though, it's not that big of a deal. I will be real, like it's not like plot heavy stuff. But for me, like it made like the emotional impact incredible. Yes, I did English in Manchester. Oh, nailed it! I'm doing a master's. 2 years in France, in Paris, for conference interpreting. Ooh, that's like unique. Very stressful, but very fun. But everyone in my class is like 30 to 40. Wait, so you're doing conference interpreting and you're reading The Hunger Games as part of your degree? Where can I do this degree? I'll come to Paris and do this master's degree. So maybe I'll do a master's just to avoid working. That's what all my friends did. We'll find out, I guess. I genuinely think you'll be fine, Mal. Like, I think you will just cry anyway. At least I think so. Right, let's do one more sprint. I am gonna finish Warbreaker because I've only got 26 pages left. Or is it 36? It's either 26 or 36, can't remember. And then I'm gonna fill in my journal because that's not gonna take me the whole sprint. What does that do? What does that take us to? Oh, 45 minutes. Oh, no, like reading it during breaks or at lunch. Okay. I thought you meant like reading it for... You said reading it at school, and I thought you meant like for an assignment. I was like, whoa, crazy, that's cool. Oh, damn. What a good book. I was actually worried when I first started reading this year. I read like 20 books in January, and I only had 1 5-star. And I know, like, I don't give 5 stars out easily or anything, but like I thought there would be more than 1. Where's my 5-star list? Like, I just was very disappointed. I thought that I would enjoy, or I would have more that would like be nearly a 5-star as well, you know? Like, I was a bit disappointed at the start of this year. So like my only 5-star in January was Heavenly Tyrant, and then in February we had The Hero of Ages, obviously, and then The Dawn Chorus, but that's a novella. It's not a full book. And then we've had The Raven Scholar in March, and obviously now Sunrise on the Reaping in March, and hopefully Oathbound in March is going to be my next 5-star. So like it's really picking up. The only thing I'm reading for school is like EU reports or Trump speeches. So fun. So fun. I mean, at least like I get, you said it's fun but stressful, so I'm glad at least you're enjoying it. Are you coming, like, are you near the start or are you near the end of your, like, are you nearing the end of year 2 or are you nearing the end of year 1? Not nearing, well, it's March. I guess you'd be in the middle of it. Are you in year 1 or year 2? Is what I'm not trying to ask. I had like 2 or 3 5-stars all last year. Who made me so mean? I need to check. Oh my god. Oh, we love a bot. Fuck off. Get wrecked, motherfucker. My final exam for year 2 is in June. Ah! Shaking in my boots. Ah! Good luck. Jesus fucking Christ. Crazy. And you read like 85 books. That is mad. That is a bit mad. I don't know how many I read how many 5 stars I had last year. I didn't use Corepile last year, so I don't have like stats. And I'm not sure if did they have this 5-star reads in the previous. I don't think they did. In the previous iteration of this journal. I don't think they did. They might have. But then again, that I might have not like filled it out. Whoopsie. Made an oopsie. But anyway, I'm gonna write this in. What's the date? The 20th of March. Why is that a Hunger Games day to me? 20th of March. Is that when the ballads came out? In 2020? Would you believe me if I sniped that then? Should we try? Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Release date. Not the film. The book. No, it was 19th of May. I was right earlier. It was May. Why am I thinking 20th of March? That's crazy. Yeah, they did. I did not fill out. I can check. I've got my previous year's one. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, I don't remember how many 5 stars I got. 37 5 stars out of 152 books in 2024. Guess I'm joking. That is quite a lot, actually. What is that percentage? 37 out of 152. That's nearly 25%. Nearly a quarter of your reads. It's 24.3, but we'll call it a quarter. That's crazy. Sunrise on the reaping. Or sunrise on the raping, as my captions on my story wanted to call it the other day. Anyway, we should do our final... yeah, let's just go now. We'll make it 41 minutes. Can't be asked to make it longer. Because I'm going to finish this in like 20 minutes or less. Probably less. And then I'll be sat here waiting around to end the sprint while I'm doing my journal. Oh, but I might read that last chapter of Oathbound. Maybe I'll do that as well. Not Oathbound. Bloodmarked. A bunch were rereads, to be fair. Ah, see. I would not have counted those. She's like, oh yeah, so if I don't count them, then it's 5 stars. Anyway, I'll see you back here at 5 to 10. 5 to 10. Bye-bye. Hello. I am just colouring in one of my star rating stickers in my planner. I finished Warbreaker. I give it 4.5 stars. Again, I think there was just something slightly missing for me in it. Brandon Sanderson is a master at world building, magic systems, politics, like all that good stuff in an epic fantasy. But his like relationships between characters kind of let him down romance wise. And he isn't a romance writer. So, I mean, fine. But I think he does need to work on. I mean, I've said this. It came out in 2009, so he's probably worked on this since. But and you know, his plots aren't romance heavy, but it did feel like this book in particular, a lot of the moving parts and politics and stuff did actually revolve around a relationship and like the progression of that relationship. So there was just something slightly missing there for me where I didn't quite like root for them or like gasp or like be like, oh my god, I love them like together. I didn't really have that connection, so that's what kind of dropped the half star for me. But like the rest of it really, really like lifts it up because Brandy Sandy's a genius, obviously. I'm nearly done like finishing off my like updating my journal. I've written my to-do list for tomorrow. I've got morning routine, gym, library, pick up some cardboard boxes from a local shop. I don't know. I'm going to go to my 2 local shops and just say, hey, do you have any cardboard boxes? If not, like, do you know when your next delivery day is so that I can just come and like grab them after or something? I don't fucking know. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, I'm sure they will. It's not exactly a bother for them, I guess. But yeah, that was a good sprint. I'm excited that I've just finished. I love finishing books and then I've got like nothing on my currently reading. I just feel so accomplished and like, I love being up to date. And I'm about to, well, I'm not about to start a new book because it's a bit late for that. But I am going to reread that last chapter of Bloodmarked before bed. And then tomorrow I will be starting Oathbound, which I'm actually so excited for. I feel like there wasn't as much hype for me this time about like Oathbound coming out. Like I knew it was coming, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so excited, which is crazy. I just feel like I didn't see much of it on socials, like other people, I guess, hyping it up. I don't know, other than you, Molly. But I know as soon as I get back into it, I'm gonna be like, yes, like so excited. And obviously it is a very highly anticipated sequel, especially considering we now are going to have another book in the series. It's now 4 books instead of 3. I am very excited to see what she does with it. And again, I'm hoping it's going to lean a bit more towards adult rather than young adult, because I feel like Bloodmark definitely took a turn. Legendborn itself is very like on the upper end of YA, I feel. And then Bloodmarked, I feel definitely got darker. Like, not like by loads and loads, but it definitely was darker. And I'm looking forward to hopefully Oathbound also being quite like the same vibe. Not gonna lie, I smashed that. Had a shower, then locked in for 30 pages of The Golden Raven. This is how we do it. I'm proud of you. Yes! Do you have much left of it? I feel like you told me was it yesterday or today that you had like 150 pages left? We want Breesel Nick. If she doesn't give us a thruple, I am going to be upset. Like challengers, but they get to all be together. Please and thank you. 245? Ah! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's cool. It's cool. You know. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, anyway, I'm really happy with how sprints have gone tonight. Really happy. I want Brie to have 2 boyfriends, and I want the boyfriends to be boyfriends. Fucking exactly. Exactly. I actually also really hate that in the first book she's 16 and she's just gone to college because she's like really clever or something. I wish that she was 18. Not that I want like sex scenes or anything, but I would feel better about it all if she was 18. Because they're 18, aren't they? Nick and Sel, because they're in college. I don't know, I just like, why does she have to be 16? But whatever. Whatever. I'm just going to pretend. She's 18 in my head. This is what I do all the time. I just pretend people are my age, or I mean, obviously I'm not 18, but like I just pretend characters are older, and then I feel better. How many pages are in Sunrise on the Reaping? I know it's 400, but I don't know if it's exactly 400. I need to write it in my core pile. So my reading stats. Wow, we're still only on 4 books read in March. I feel like we need to up this by quite a lot. Not great. My pages read as well, awful. Oh wait, no, I did finish an audiobook this month, so it doesn't. I've got 1,300 pages, but then like 17 hours of audiobook, so it's more like 1,800 pages really. I feel terrible for how thirsty I am for Selwyn. Like, same. Like, yeah. But like, yeah, okay, well, they're 25. In my head canon, they are 25. And I think that's okay, to be quite honest with you. Anyway, he's so hot, I don't give a fuck. I'm with you. I am so with you. Like, for real. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for joining me. I will see you on Sunday.